Hey guys, this video is about what happens if a rabbit escapes. To answer this question, we must first evaluate which environment a rabbit lives in. If a rabbit lives indoors and are in the same room as or in reach of the front door, then there is technically a risk of them running away. However, in the case of my rabbit Sandy, she has almost never shown interest in the front door and has never tried to run outside. Regardless of where a rabbit was living when it escaped, when a rabbit escapes, they likely would explore, and if you live near a forest, they might try to explore there. Domestic rabbits are significantly different to rabbits in the wild, so people who are outside would likely be able to tell that it is a domestic rabbit that ran away. A rabbit may have been confident and foolish regarding how they plan to live outside in the wild. It probably wouldn't take them long to realize that they are doomed and that there is no turning back. They will likely accept their fate at this point. When a rabbit realizes this, they may be able to return back to where they lived, but they likely wouldn't know where their house is, especially if they were already far away from it at that point. But it is still very possible for a rabbit to make their way home. If your rabbit went into a grocery store, for example, it likely wouldn't take very long for people to notice if they weren't already noticed on the security cameras. They would likely be enticed by all of the food, but it would only be a matter of time until your rabbit was noticed. At this point, whoever noticed them would likely instigate getting them to be caught. If someone caught them, they would be brought to a vet. Once a rabbit has been caught and brought to a vet, it will either be put up on a notice, asking people if they had the rabbit, and if no one answers after a certain amount of time, they would be put up for adoption under the assumption that they were abandoned. The other thing that could happen is your rabbit being eaten by a predator such as coyotes or foxes. If you have a rabbit that escaped, tell me about it and how the situation concluded. Now, it is time to talk about something different from this video topic. For those who don't know, Sandy passed away on the 3rd of October, 2023. I have made a video about this. However, this video you are watching right now is very important, as going through with making this video was an incredibly difficult decision to make, but I have come to the conclusion that it was the best decision for me to make so that I can add some closure to my channel for the time being and also maintain Sandy's legacy. It's been 2 weeks since what happened, and I felt it was necessary to give myself time to grieve and recover at least a reasonable amount to even go through the footage, because trust me, it wasn't easy. But at the same time, it's better to remember than forget. Because this might be my last video for a while, or at least typical type video, I want to make it clear to everyone that I appreciate your outpouring amount of support during this extremely hard time in me and my family's life. I appreciate and love all of you. I made a community post, but because most people didn't read it from what I can tell, I figured I would reiterate at least some of that same information here. If you guys would like me to make a podcast type video with a friend of mine and talk about my channel and do a Q&A, so questions and answers segment in there, we can do that. You can leave questions in the comments, but keep in mind that I am putting this idea out there as a consideration, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I will actually go through with it. So don't get your hopes up too much, but if we can figure out a way to do it, that seems like a good idea. Let me know what you think. My channel may have to go on hiatus for a while after this. I don't know for how long, but if we end up getting another animal or rabbit, I will let you guys know, and I will likely continue making videos again. Just know that even if I were to get a different animal and rebrand my channel, I would still leave my videos of Sandy up to preserve the history and keep her legacy alive. That being said, thank you guys for being so loyal and being the best fans that I could ask for or even imagine having. Thank you everyone, and I will see you sometime in the future. Bye guys.